Last week I made a video talk about the 5 reasons I love the WWE currently, but that doesn't mean it's perfect. I actually found 5 reasons why I also don't like the WWE currently, and I want to talk about it in today's video. Welcome everybody to the Wrestling with Eddie YouTube channel where we talk pro wrestling. We do reviews of Raw, Smackdown, every PLE, and once a week we do these topic videos. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so you guys can stay up to date with all my videos. Comment down below what you think of the WWE right now and give the video a thumbs up because for whatever reason, it helps the YouTube algorithm. So for the 5 things I hate about the WWE, I focused on things that is done by their creative team. What I mean by that is I'm not looking at commercial breaks, ads, posters, the Prime logo, all that stuff are financial things, and that is something that I can understand from a business side why they do it. I don't like it. I don't like the amount of commercial breaks we get during Raw and SmackDown, but those aren't things that the creative team focus on when they're writing the plan of the show. That's what I want to focus on today, so let's get into it. So the first thing I want to talk about is the repeat of really cool or special moments that kind of ruin how special or how cool they are. So I don't know if you guys watch Raw or SmackDown week to week like I do, but they have this thing where every time they get an incredible moment that blows up on YouTube or blows up on Twitter, their goal is to repeat it every single week because, of course, the casual fans don't watch week to week. The live audience isn't there week to week, so they want to make it special every single time. But as a watcher of the product every single time, it is annoying when something really special happens and then you see it 2 weeks in a row, 3 weeks in a row, 4 weeks in a row. So a good example with that would be Braun Breaker's spear when he runs around the ring. That is something we saw once where Ludwig Kaiser ran around the ring, Braun Breaker ran around the ring as well and speared him halfway through. And it looked incredible the first time. And it blew up and it was such a cool moment. Even I shared it with all my friends. Then they did it again. And they did it again, and they did it again. And by the 4th time, you're like, we've seen this before. And it's not even a moveset in a match. He just does it as a good moment, like when he attacks people, which is very unfortunate that they kept repeating it. Another one is right now, Bronson Reed had that one moment where he hit like 10 tsunamis on Seth Rollins, and what a moment it was. It made him awesome. So what did they do? They made him do it again to The Miz and R-Truth. And I'm like, oh, are we going to do it every single week again? So stuff like that, where they take something that's such a cool special moment. Or here's another one. Damian Priest hit an incredibly beautiful chokeslam on JD McDonough, the Raw after SummerSlam, and it was one of the coolest chokeslam we've ever seen. So what they do, they made him hit the chokeslam exactly the same way to JD again the next week on Raw. It's like they can't keep these special moments and do something different, which is unfortunate, but that is part of the product because they're trying to cater to the casual fans who don't watch week to week. So just give us the replays and do something different. You don't have to repeat it every single time. So that is very annoying as a weekly watcher. So for the second part, this is a complaint. I have talked about how much I love the long-term booking of the show. It's awesome. I do really like it. But when you watch week to week, when you know that there's a long-term plan, there are so many episodes or so many segments that feel like nothing, just filler. They're just there for no reason outside of just, we need an extra week before we get to this. And I hate that. I like WWE. I am enjoying the product. I love the long term. But there are some things that is just like, get to the point. Like, why are you delaying this? Why are you pushing it back? And they do this so much lately where they have to get us to SummerSlam. They have to get us to Survivor Series. They have to get us to WrestleMania. The big 4 shows are what they focus on. So a lot of the things that happen on every single week sometimes just feels like nothing. It's just a repeat of the previous week or just literally nothing. I'll give you an example. CM Punk and Drew McIntyre's Raw last week where they had a promo where they said the exact same thing they've been saying to each other for the last like 8 months. No fighting, no hate, no nothing. They had this awkward moment between the strap and the bracelet, and then it just ended with no brawl. Probably because I'm recording this the Monday before Raw tonight. So probably on Raw tonight, they're going to have that big brawl or something to set up Bash in Berlin. But it's just like, well, we're not there yet, so let's just do nothing. That's important. So I really don't like that. I really wish that even though, yes, you have long-term booking, just get to the point a bit faster. Speaking of the big 4, SummerSlam, WrestleMania, Survivor Series, and all that, let's talk about the B shows. That's my third complaint, is the B shows. The B shows being Bash in Berlin, Clash at the Castle, all the PLEs that they run every single month that are not the 4 major shows that they run, of course. They are a little too predictable in my books. They're putting on great shows, and like I said in the things I love, the matches have all been really good, and I like the 5 match card. I don't think they should go to 7 or 10 for the PLEs that are just the B shows, basically, if you want to call them that. But I do think they need to add in some spice to them. Make some surprises, have title changes, make every PLE worth watching. And that's a big problem where a lot of my friends will skip on the PLEs because when I show them the match card, they're like, that one's winning, he's not losing the title, this match is going to end that way. I'm fine, I'll just watch it next time. And it's very unfortunate that they know nothing's going to happen outside of WrestleMania and SummerSlam. If you look back from 2024, all major title changes have only happened at WrestleMania and SummerSlam. There have been some small title changes on the PLEs here and there, but nothing that's really worth our time. They even delayed Braun Breaker winning against Sami Zayn from Money in the Bank to SummerSlam. For what reason? Because it wasn't SummerSlam. There was no reason that Braun Breaker couldn't win the title at Money in the Bank. They just figured, no, let's give him the match in front of a bigger crowd. And it's stuff like that that just makes the show not as enjoyable because you know who's going to win. The matches are awesome. I'm not taking away how great the matches are, but just throw in some surprises. Let Damian Priest or a Gunther or a Cody Rhodes lose a title on some of the smaller shows so that at least it gives all of us a reason to be like, I can't miss this show. This next one is something that I actually find really funny because it's always been a problem in pro wrestling, not just the WWE. Of course, the WWE do it more than anyone else, but they've been doing it a lot lately, and I've seen it before many times. When Triple H first took over, this wasn't happening as much. This was very much a Vince thing, but now I'm starting to see it a lot more. I'm hoping if you want, you can pause the video here and comment what you think I'm about to say, but here we go. DQ finishes to set up more matches. So, Raw, SmackDown, and even some PLEs will have matches that you are watching and you know this match is not going to end because there's another bigger match being set up with this. So they keep doing this thing where they book a match, and this has been happening a lot with the women's tag team division, where it always ends in a DQ, and then they, right after the DQ, it's like, well, now it's a triple threat, or now it's a fatal four-way. They do this so much. How many times did we see Braun Breaker interfere in so many matches to set up a different match? How many times did we see the women's tag team division ended in DQ so we can set up a different match? It seems like it's their go-to for the long-term booking of, well, we want to prepare people for these 2 to wrestle, or these 3 to wrestle, or these 4 to wrestle, but to get there, let's pretend they're gonna have a match, and then we cut it with a DQ, or the match never ends for whatever reason, so that it sets up the future. It gets annoying when it happens so much. I don't mind, it is an easy way to book the show, but at the same time, when it's so easy, don't use it this often. It gets annoying when you see it every single week. And of course, it's not every single week, but it happens way too much, especially in the last, I want to say 6 months. It's been intense. And the last one is probably the biggest heartbreaker for me. So if you guys don't know, I was a pro wrestler. And when I was a pro wrestler, I was in a tag team. You guys can try and find videos if you want on YouTube, but yes, I was a pro wrestler. I wasn't good. I'm not going to sit here and pretend I was a good pro wrestler, but I was in the tag team division. And the WWE, since WrestleMania, since even before WrestleMania, has not done a good job with any of the tag team division, and I hate it. So the last thing is the tag team division is being wasted. The women's tag, the Raw tag, and the SmackDown tag team have all been doing nothing. And I hate it because tag team wrestling is so unique and different from singles wrestling. And I feel like they have so many tag teams. So why are we not doing anything with it? So let's just look at WrestleMania. They finally split the belts at WrestleMania. Great. A-Town Down Under won the titles at WrestleMania, the SmackDown one, and haven't defended it once or barely defended it since WrestleMania. And then they lost it to DIY in like their first, maybe second title defense, which took like 4 months after they won the title. One title defense. That's it. No tag team rivalry for them. Nothing. They did nothing with the titles up until DIY won. Then the DIY won for what reason? Just so that we had a face tag team so they can lose it again to the Bloodline. The Bloodline had the tag titles for 4 years, 3 years, however long the Usos held them, and now it's right back on them. And for what reason? Because they're not going to do any tag team rivalries. They're going to defend the titles, which they did against the Street Profits and all that. But there's no storyline there. They're just holding it so that the bloodline looks strong. They're not building a tag team rivalry, which is very unfortunate. So maybe, well, let's check on the Raw side, right? On the Raw side, who won it at WrestleMania? Miz and R-Truth. Now, they defended the titles a little bit more, but there were no rivalries. It was weekly R-Truth booking them in tag matches. The Miz complaining that he didn't want to defend the tag titles, which is unfortunate because he's supposed to be a babyface, and seeing him complain every single week that he has to defend the title as a face does not work. So that was awful. Only for them to lose the titles to who? Back to the Judgment Day, who have had the title now and have not defended it once. And if anything, they don't even come out with the titles whenever they have segments. When they fight, sure, they have the titles around their waist, but that's it. They don't have any rivalries. No one's going for the tag team division titles right now, and they don't even pretend they are champions. I forget half of the time who the champions are because they don't come out with the belts for any of their Judgment Day rivalries with like Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. Now, I can see where this is going. They're probably going to lose the belts to Sami Zayn and Jey Uso. For what reason? So that they can go into the bloodline rivalry that's going to go between the new bloodline and the OG bloodline. So what's the point of this? They have so many tag teams. Can't they have anyone else be champions? I hate it. It breaks my heart. And this has been an issue for long. I didn't even talk about the women's division tag team titles. God, watch any of my Raw or Smackdown reviews for the last 10 episodes that I've recorded now. Every single one of them is me complaining about the women's tag team division as well. They have so many tag teams right now, and they're doing nothing with any of them. It's very unfortunate. I really hope that they can figure this out because I personally feel like the US title, the Intercontinental title, the World Heavyweight title, the WWE title have been booked incredibly well. I cannot complain about any of those championships, but the tag team division has been awful. It's very unfortunate. And those are my 5 reasons of why I hate the WWE right now. Now, again, to balance this video, make sure to go watch the 5 reasons I love the WWE, which was last week's video. And comment down below if you have any ideas of what you want me to talk about next week. It could be any topic you want. It could be All Elite Wrestling or WWE or anything else. Just tell me in the comments some ideas. I'll pick one from the comments, and that will be next week's topic as well. As well as subscribe because I'll be doing Raw reviews, Smackdown reviews, Bash in Berlin this weekend. I will post a review of that too, and all those fun things, and give the video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good rest of your day. I hope you're not too upset. Take care. Bye-bye.